Hello, and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam, and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them, and other Lego-related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego Disney 100, the Disney Celebration Train. This is a 4+ set. It is set number 43212. It has 200 pieces, and I paid $20 for this set. So this one retails for $40 or $50, but I was able to get this at a pretty steep discount. I think 50% off, so that would mean it was likely retailing for $40. And I know a lot of people bought these when they came out. I don't know how often they've been on sale. I feel like I've seen them, for $36 or maybe $32, but I wasn't gonna jump on it at those prices. At $20, I felt that was okay, especially considering the minifigures that are in here. So there's 6 minifigures here. They're all Disney. I think this Mickey might be exclusive. I don't know about Woody. I don't think so, but I'm almost certain that Moana has only appeared in minifig format in this set. I believe in other sets, Moana is a mini doll. So a little different. I think that's kind of part of the allure of this one. Yeah, it's a 4+ set, so a lot of this stuff is going to be easy to put together, but 6 minifigures in here, licensed. It's Disney stuff that does translate to some value. So I'm hoping they are all quite good. And so in this video, I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy. Okay, so while we look at the build, or part of the build, for this Lego Disney Celebration Train, I just wanted to say thanks for watching and remind you, if you like the video, click the thumbs up. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button. I messed up the recording of the build for this, so now on to my review for this set. Okay, so that is this Lego Disney 100 Disney Celebration Train set. So unfortunately, as you may have already guessed or already noticed, I messed up the recording for the build process, so I only got partially through the first car here, and missed most of the build for the rest of this, or all of the build for the rest of this, and I didn't notice until it was much too late. So forgive me for that. I tried to not have that happen. Occasionally it happens, and I'm not super into like just taking everything apart and starting over necessarily. I'm sure there are people that don't even really like the build process and wish I might maybe get to the review, or maybe they only like the build process and don't care about my stupid words I have to say. But either way, forgive me for that, and we will get into this because there's a lot to look at. And this is a 4+ set, so as far as the build goes, it's not anything too crazy, but I'll try to talk about it in terms of the in the review here. But the first thing we'll look at is the minifigures, because you do get some, and that's a lot of this set, because you get 6 minifigures in this set, and they're quite good. So we'll look at those, and the first one we will look at is Mickey Mouse here. So they almost all of these little cars and things, almost all of them come with a bit of a balloon. So for Mickey, we have this red balloon type build here, and we can look at Mickey Mouse. Now I'm assuming this is kind of like a conductor Mickey Mouse, or an engineer, or whatever drives a train. So the Mickey head is pretty standard, but good, dual molded, has good printing, nice molded ears and everything, so good to get that. And then we kind of have this thing which almost looks like a Walt Disney thing too, with the pinstripe blue vest there, the tie underneath, kind of the yellow shirt. We do have a pocket watch coming down, and you can see in the over there in the pocket, which is nice. Nothing on the midsection, nothing on the legs, nothing on the arms. Back just has the kind of fastener for the vest there, but good to get that. I don't know if this version of Mickey is exclusive to this set. I think it might be, and that's pretty good. I think for people that love Mickey Mouse and love Disney, the exclusive Mickey figures can be somewhat valuable there. So we do get that one. And then the next one we will look at is this one here. This is Peter Pan, and I don't think I had this before. So Peter Pan has a kind of a telescope here or something like that as an accessory. We have this really excellent headpiece. So the hair, the ears, the hat, and the kind of tassel or the feather is all one piece. So some of that is from molding and some of that is from printing. I want to say maybe triple molded. So for the kind of feather and then the cap, and then the hair is all maybe molded plastic. That's what I would guess. And then the ears, I'm assuming are printed, but now that I'm looking, maybe everything's printed, because if you look towards the back of the ear of this one, it almost looks like the cap and the hair have a little bit of tan showing through. So maybe that's just from the printing. I mean, we can tell that the hair is not printed, so it's molded. So maybe when they were painting the ear there, printing on the ear, they got a little bit on the cap and everything. But I would say that's probably at least dual molded, maybe triple molded. Looking at Peter Pan's face here, it's kind of an interesting expression. Without the hair, it kind of looks a little bit evil to me, just the angle of the mouth and the smile plus the eyes. But when the hair is on there, covering up the eyebrows a little bit, it's way more playful and happy. Something about those eyebrows just don't look as friendly to me. No alternate face for this one. And then the torso is good, kind of has the Peter Pan sort of tunic kind of looking thing here. We do have dual molded arms because we have short sleeves for this minifigure, a little bit of a belt or a tie around the waist, dual molded arms, and then no printing on the midsection, no printing on the legs, not a ton going on the back, but a little bit there, so good to get that. I don't know how many times Peter Pan has been in minifigure form. Cool to get. And we also get the Tinkerbell. Now this is great, I'm really pleased with this. So Tinkerbell's hair is very good. We don't have an alternate face for this one either. They do have this really, really cool molded wing for Tinkerbell here that goes around the minifigure neck. Face is pretty good. Again, I think it's best with the hair framing it up, but we can see the face has nice detail there. Looking at the torso, we have kind of the small outfit that Tinkerbell wears here. Nothing on the arms at all. They're not dual molded, but the printing kind of and stuff for the flesh tone is pretty good up here at the top, which is nice. Do the kind of little hip area there, the waist, no printing on the midsection, and then we do have dual molded legs, so we can see that from the back, and we have printing on the legs to kind of get those little points for the skirt area there for Tinkerbell. So that's really cool. We also have a little bit of printing down on the feet, which is great to see. Again, there's another balloon which could be held by one of these characters, some other accessories on here, but we'll go through that a little bit later. The next one is Woody, Sheriff Woody, and this one's pretty great. They have a guitar as a accessory. I don't remember Woody playing guitar, but it's been a while since I've seen Toy Story 2, 3, and 4, and 1 it's been a while since I've seen, but I remember that one probably most fondly. Great headpiece, again, dual molded, so we have the band around the hat, the actual hat, and the kind of rivets around there, which is nice, and then the hair, and the way that this sits is really interesting. If I can get this back on them, because it kind of sits with the hat sort of at an angle, which is nice. Like this side over here is a little bit higher than that one, which I like, and the hairpiece is good. We do have an alternate face for this one, so we can see Woody's face here. That feels good to me, even without the hair. Woody's face there as well, so nice to get that. And then I love this torso. This is really, really well done. So classic Woody torso, has kind of the yellow plaid shirt. We got the buttons. There's like a bandana around the collar up there. We got the belt with the little like belt buckle. They have the sheriff badge here, and then he's wearing the vest. That's kind of the cow skin like vest there, just yellow on the arms. Looking at the back, we have kind of the calf hide or cow skin type stuff with the drawstring or the pull string to make Woody talk, and then nothing on the midsection, but we do have dual molded legs for Woody's sort of pants and boots kind of deal there. So if we were to pull the back, perhaps he would say he has a snake in his boot, or something like that. Somebody poisoned the water hole, or any of other Woody's classic lines. And this is a really good figure, so I like that a lot. I'm not sure about the guitar, but maybe they play guitar in this version. The next one we have, this one was very excited, and I think this one's maybe sought after, but I could be totally wrong. And this is Moana, and the reason is because, as I said at the beginning, I think this is the only time Moana has been in minifigure form, where typically Moana is in the mini doll form. So cool. So they have a paddle here for an accessory. And looking at the hair piece is kind of a little more flexible, but it is nice. I think it is a Friends hairpiece originally. Friends hairpieces work for minifigures as well. We do have an alternate face there with a little different expression. This one feels good. The torso is really, really nice. Tons of detail here, all the different pattern work on the torso, the band going around, the necklace up there. That's all really, really good. Nothing on the arms. Back of the torso is also kind of the same, but good printing, good detail for that. And then we do have printing on the midsection, so going there, and then we have dual molded legs with some printing and some really, really detailed printing. There's some really fine lines and little dots kind of on like the underside of the curve of the leg up here, printing going down like all the way, but you can see that they're dual molded from the back. We have the little kind of band over here, and just lots of pattern work, lots of fine details in there, which is really, really nice. So this is a great quality minifigure, I would say. And then we have one more, which is Minnie Mouse. And again, this might be an exclusive one to this set. I'm not 100% sure, but looking at Minnie Mouse, we have the Minnie Mouse head here, dual molded with some printing. They have kind of the eyelashes and stuff that differentiate this from maybe Mickey. We also have the bow. That's a separate piece that you put in the little kind of hole on the top of their head. So good to get that. Looking at the torso, they are wearing a dress and a coat over that. So it's got this red with a white polka dot kind of pattern here, and then has a coat over top, kind of pink there. Not too much going on in the back, but we do get a little bit of the extension there. And then this has a cloth piece. So I was a little bit surprised by this. I thought they would use just the molded skirt piece that they make and print on that, but they have a cloth piece, which is just kind of a circle, but it has a outline, or has cutouts for the minifigure legs to attach there. So we do have the skirt, and it kind of can get into the sort of flowy shape that the molded skirt looks like, if the arms are in a certain position or whatever, but this is a kind of that flexible cloth there. Underneath that, we have nothing on the midsection, but we do have dual molded legs with printing. So these are white and black. We have a little bit of printing kind of down in the sock area there, just above the dual molded, and then we have printing on the feet, and it goes over to the side. So that's really, really nice there as well. So a great minifigure selection. Overall, 6 really good minifigures. I think Peter Pan is a little bit plain, sure. The legs on Mickey, Peter Pan, and even Woody aren't crazy, but the rest of them, like a lot of the torsos are really, really good. Faces are good, heads are good. Moana's a real standout for me. Woody's a real standout for me, and Minnie is a real standout for me personally. I think those are all quite good, which is nice to get such a big minifigure selection, which I think a lot of the value in this set, even though it's a 4+ set and those can be kind of overpriced, so to speak, it sort of makes sense, and I'll talk more about that at the end. And then we have this celebration train, which is kind of in 5 different sections. There are 5 instruction booklets in this, and part of the reason is because it's a 4+ set. They do the instructions a little bit differently, where for the inventory they have them like in the hands, the image of the hands there. Let me actually grab one of the instructions, but because I don't know if I think I was using digital instructions. Maybe, actually, no, maybe I wasn't, but it does take up more pages because we have the hands with the pieces there instead of what they normally do. In the instructions, there aren't as many. So 5 instruction booklets for this set, one for kind of each little segment or car of the train. And the first one you build is the locomotive or the engine, the front of the train here. So we'll look at that. That's kind of where Mickey on the box and the official images occupies. And this is great. So yeah, it's a 4+. So we start with a big starter brick, which is a 4 by, what are we at here, 10 or 8? I want to say 10. So this big piece down here is all one piece with the pins and everything, but there's a little bit of building in here, some bricks at the back. We have the kind of connection for the train linkages at the back, a couple of these 1x3 sort of jumpers so Mickey can stand on here, some nice slopes. I like how this works, the window piece there as well, same on either side. And then at the front we have kind of the grill with these slope pieces. I like the use of this modified plate with the bar right there for just kind of some ornamental detail. Great to get the Mickey kind of piece here, which is awesome. And then we have the like smokestack. So these are in like pearl. This is a pearl, silver, pearl gray, silver kind of. I think it's a fez. I think it's a hat, really. And then we have like the cone in the pearl gold there. And then we have kind of this basic blue stuff here built up with some bricks. Because it's a 4+ set, there are no stickers. So this is printed on a 2x4 brick, and same on the other side. Quality of the printing is quite good, so that's really nice. Comes together very, very fast. Looks, I think, good, effective for what it is. And we do have the gold kind of wheels here on the side, and that's all wonderful. So I liked that one. That was a good way to start it off. The next one we will look at is for Peter Pan, and this is a ship, a boat. If these are a train, it's almost like a parade. So maybe I pictured these kind of like floats, sort of, as part of a parade. But here we have this. So we have the linkage at the front, a linkage at the back, same kind of starter brick here. And then we build this up. And this is nice. It does make use of a bigger kind of angled piece in here with the slope, inverted kind of stuff. We have, a nice angled plate up front, a little bit of an accessory with an anchor here clipped on, accessory back here with the mixel joint, a little bit of gold, some brown, and it gets kind of like the impression of a boat. We do have the kind of light aqua, or like this light blue down here to make it seem like water. Have the kind of bow of the ship kind of extending over a little bit. We have a lantern up front, which is good, and then we have this sail. So it's a mast piece with a mixel like ball joint at the base, little stud here, and then just a bar element. And then we have a cloth sail that is printed, which is really, really cool. And this is kind of the more thicker kind of cloth, not like super flimsy like the or just stiffer, maybe not thicker, but not the same kind of cloth piece used for like Minnie's skirt there. So it does hold its shape very, very well. And we kind of have the Captain Hook little skull and crossbones here, and with the hook hand, which is very, very cute. It has the 2023 Lego Group printed on it as well, and these stripes are printed on there too. But I think that's really great. It's a big cloth piece relatively, and a nice to get, a little bit of a flag up top, and then a lot of space to stud figures down in here and kind of populate the area, as well as adding the balloon as part of the celebration there, which I think all works pretty darn good like that. The next kind of car is Woody's area. This one's a little bit confusing to me, but pretty basic. Again, starter brick, gold wheels, the linkage to the car in front of it, one for behind. We build kind of this archway type thing here, which is tan, and then I don't know if this is supposed to be the sky, if it's like reach for the sky or anything, but we build this up with different slopes, panel pieces, have this wonderful 2x6 tile with the sheriff printing, which is very, very cool. A little bit of gold up here, and that's all nice. And then we have a barrel, and inside the barrel is supposed to be something, and I dropped it because it doesn't get studded down, but it is a badge, one of these kind of star tile pieces or stud pieces that stud down, and that's maybe Woody's badge, but they also have one printed on them. Over here we have a bit of a cactus. I think this piece is from it's a 2x2 round brick, but it has these spikes, and I want to say that's from Mario, but good to get that. And then we have a bit of a turntable at the middle with one of these round bricks, so Woody can stand on there and play guitar and sing and twirl. The way that this works, depending on where they're standing, I don't know if they can spin a full 360 degrees. The hat and the guitar might interact with the kind of backdrop there. We're getting pretty close. We can almost get around, but without the accessory, maybe it'd be a little different. Maybe there's a way to do it, but they can at least pivot back and forth, which is nice. And this one does kind of have a front and a rear. I think all of these sort of do, which is good, but this one's pretty basic, but good. And then the last one here is for Moana, the last of the train cars. Same starter brick, same linkage, one at the back as well, and this is kind of a landscape type thing. So again, we have the same kind of light blue, nice little crab figure here in yellow, I want to say, kind of the windscreen or this slope that's only 2 studs wide for maybe water or a wave or something. Kind of like how this creates a wave, and then maybe like the foam of the wave and the curl, kind of the barrel that a wave might make there. Do have a small ugly rock piece or a smaller one there, a little bit of floral stuff, same up top. And again, kind of this is a really light color. It almost looks white, but it's not. It's kind of bluish, and there's some of that going down the center as well. In the back, we have a little bit of a secret little surprise, which is a box here, and inside the box is a tile, and I can't remember what it's supposed to be. I don't know if it's like, I can't remember Moana that much. Is it the heart of the sea? Is it something? Is it a necklace? Is it something? I don't remember exactly, but that's tucked back there, which is good. And then there's not a ton of places for Moana to stand. You can stand them up here on the side, but I think the official images have them kind of on the wave, and you could either stand them on the top of this kind of clear sloped piece here. You could also potentially sit them down on those couple studs there, so that's really, really cool and great figure. Build is very fine. And then the last one is actually not part of the train, but is sort of a station over here or something. And this is in the instructions, the official images, where Minnie is operating. So we do have the balloon again, a little bit of a cupcake here, and a cake on a table. We have the doorway. That's all kind of a starter brick too. It's a bigger kind of one piece, all of this red around here. And then we build up the top a little bit, have another one of those Mickey Mouse ears kind of pieces, same as on the front of the train, a little bit of gold up top with the flag, and that's everything here. So now I can kind of populate this and add characters to this. They don't have to go to their prescribed floats or cars or anything like that, but that is something that is in the official images. So I'll kind of arrange them on here and connect everything back together. They do show, like, they do show Tinkerbell kind of flying in. They don't give you any of those kind of clear pieces to do like kind of action stuff, but that's okay. This might have actually come out before they were doing those like curved ones, but they could have done even a clear kind of small piece to do that. And we can get them all kind of into their respective cars and link these all up. And that's really, really simple to do. You could arrange these in a different order. Except for this one being the front, the other three have the same linkages on the front and the back. So even the one Moana, which is kind of taking up the rear, there's not a caboose, so to speak, in here. You could kind of switch these around to make them a little bit different. It rolls fine. I don't think, this one doesn't have the train wheels. These are kind of like wheel rims. They're not the kind of train wheels that go on Lego track, I believe. I don't think so. Maybe they work for that, but I don't think so. And there's not really space to power this up and put an engine in here and make this run or anything like that. But this is everything together, and then this is maybe a stop. Maybe this is where they get on. Maybe this is where they board. Maybe this is where they leave the train, or it's just part of it. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't know if I would rather have this be its own train car or not. I mean, I think that would be kind of nice, but it's also kind of nice to have this here, and maybe all of the characters can kind of congregate around here and share some sweets with each other and celebrate. And this is supposed to be a celebration train, and it does kind of all sort of flow and follow, and I think that's pretty good. We can make some pretty tight turns here. On my surface right now, the wheels do spin, but they're also easy enough to slide. I'm not too worried about anything like coming detached or anything like that. This is all pretty stable. It is a 4+ build, so they did a really, really good job with this, and that's everything in this set. I'll show the extra pieces. You don't get a ton, for 4+ sets. I think they don't do a ton of 1x1s, but we get kind of the ice cream, the spire, the star piece, flower stud, translucent, and then the 1x1 tile with the bar coming off of it. So those are all your extra pieces there. And this set is 200 pieces, 6 minifigures, and I paid $20 for this. So 4+ sets have a thing because there's no stickers, and the starter bricks are often bigger and sometimes elaborate, that they can fetch kind of a higher price point than one might expect given the piece count. But we have like prints over here, print over here, the really nice cloth piece there, and then all of these starter bricks for the base of the train cars. And, I think that sort of makes sense. But then we also get 6 minifigures, which are all licensed. I think some of them are unique. I think this is the only way you can get this Moana in minifigure form instead of mini doll form. I think Mickey and Minnie are exclusive. I'm not sure about Tinkerbell and Peter Pan. They might have appeared in other sets. Woody, they did a whole Toy Story line. I just don't know if it's the exact same as this. It might be, but it's really, really good. So either way, even if all of these weren't exclusive, 6 minifigures in a set of this size is pretty good. It offers a lot of play. Also really good to display because it kind of has a front face and a rear face, sort of, and I can imagine this sort of being part of a Disney park for their parades and different stuff, or anything else. So I think there's lots of play here and lots of display potential. I think this looks really, really great. It's really fun, and I'm a big fan of it. So at $40 for 200 pieces, I think I was a little so-so on it, and a lot of the value, frankly, might just be in the figures. If we're being general, figures are maybe $5 a piece, maybe $4 a piece. So we might be looking at least $20 worth of figures, maybe $24 of figures, maybe $30 of figures, and then potentially even more if there are exclusive stuff in here. When we think about all the figures combined and the value that they bring to this, then we think about the prints and the cloth pieces and the different stuff here, and then we think about the starter pieces. I'm starting to think that $40 might have been fair for this. I don't have a ton of experience with 4+ sets, and I'm sort of mixed on them, but I didn't buy this when it came out. I know a lot of people did, and I think now having it in front of me, it might make sense. If we break these down, like this might be $8, and if 5 of that or 4 of that is for the figure, fine. And then maybe these are all $8 as well, and then 8 times 5 is $40, and that gets us here. And if these are $8, like I said, some of these figures are $5 or whatever, with the dual molded legs and the printing on the side of the legs and the cloth pieces and this and that and the other thing. It kind of can break down like that. And then this one, has 2 figures in it. So if this cart was $8 only, and all the other ones were the same, that one is even better, plus the big cloth piece. So I'm actually thinking that the $40 price point is probably pretty fair. I don't know how well this sold. I don't know if this is something that's going to appreciate in value a lot. I do know some people were buying a lot of these in order to hold on to them for a number of years, maybe 4 years, maybe 2 years post-retirement, or just after retirement, that then they would sell in the aftermarket. I don't really do that kind of stuff, but I do know that this is one that a lot of people were being a bit speculative of, and I just wasn't super in on it. But now that I have it in front of me, $40 seems, hate to say it, reasonable and kind of actually a good price when I get down to it. That said, I paid $20 for this. I got this 50% off. I have the receipt somewhere, just so I could prove it, but I don't. You can take my word for it. I got a really good deal on this one, and as well as some other sets. So I'll prove it just so we can do this here. Lego 43212. Let me see here. Just kind of fold this up. 43212 is that this set? Oh yeah, wait. Yes, so regular price is $40, $39.99, and I paid $19.99. So half off. Half off any Lego set is pretty great. And this one, for the amount of figures, the stuff in here, the prints, $20 is phenomenal. I'm so glad, that I got this, and maybe I should have bought all of them that the store had at that price, because $20 is such a good discount. And if people are being speculative with this, and if it's assumed that this is going to go up in value, I would have made quite a bit of profit. That's not really my deal, but that is for other people, and good on them if that's what they want. I wanted to leave it there for other people to buy, potentially kids, or whatever else, people of all different ages and all different types, to be able to get one of their own and find their own great deal. And if I would have bought them all, that they had in stock for $20 a piece, even if I sold them below retail, I'd be making a good amount of profit. And if, in a few years, this is going for $60 or something like that, I would have had a pretty healthy margin on those and return on investment. But like I said, I don't judge people that do that, even though I might sound like it based on my tone. I think it's fine for people to do that. It's just like it is with any collectible or just anything. It's kind of a thing, but for me, I'm really, really pleased that I got it for that deal. And I can sort of say that, yeah, $40 seems about right, even though at the time I was like, ooh, I don't want to pay that. And I saw it on shelves and passed on it many, many, many times. But once I saw the deal, I had to get it, and I'm glad I did. This is pretty great. Good minifigures, fine builds. I like all the component parts here, and it's fun, and it's Disney, and it's cool. So really, really nice. I like this a lot, and I think this is it. So if you like this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date on all the LEGO videos I'll be doing here in the future, including more LEGO Disney, more sets that I got on sale, more 4+ sets, and then tons of other LEGO sets from all different themes, all different shape, size, price point, piece count, tons of different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming LEGO videos. Subscriptions help me a lot. It means a lot to me. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. Thanks for all the help. And then if you wanted to support this channel in a different way by giving money to the channel, you can do that here on YouTube with membership, supers, and thanks. And I have the Patreon. It's in the video description on my channel page, patreon.com/SoBrick. So maybe consider checking those things out. It's not needed. It's not necessary. But if people get some value or entertainment or something out of my videos and they want to support it in a different way, those options are available. And that's it. So thank you very much. It means a lot to me. And with all that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.